long list wrapped up very quickly, as just in time too, because we've got the market open, the first rates coming up on your screens. We've got 100 on the Nifty in the pre-open. So it's going to be a good start. 75 now, 25,300 plus is where the index is at. The Sensex is up 225 points, 82,575, 540. So it's a good open this Monday morning. 1,500 stocks are opening higher and about 300 stocks are opening lower. But that, of course, tends to change. But I think the heat map tells you the story. I mean, I think you've got, what 6 Nifty names in the red, and everything else is basically opening up in the green right now. So it's a broadly up kind of a day once again here as far as today's session is concerned. The Nifty Bank is up about 75 points as well, 51,440. So, it's been, I think you're basically almost back to those retracement levels for the Nifty Bank, which it almost got to and then sold off on Friday. I think you're testing that once again. It's been the sort of underperformer out of the two. And the IT index is up about 200 points as well. That's about a 0.5% gain. And we'll look at more sectors in a bit from now. But as always, let's look at specific stocks, which should be in focus. Surabhi.
Okay, let's take a look at all the movers and shakers. Now, if we talk about the large cap screen, then Tata Motors is the one that's actually negative, down about 2% on my screen. Let's pull it up because the weakness is persisting on the CV side and even on the passenger vehicle side. Talk about some names. Hero Moto is the one that's up about 2.5% at this point in time. Cipla starting off positive. Some of the names from the financial universe, HDFC Life, Bajaj Finance, are starting on the optimistic side of the screen. Nigel.
All right. Well, let's focus on a few stocks then that are moving around. NHPC, the government has granted Navratra status. The stock is up closer around 5%. Big move is what we're seeing out there. The stock we were just talking about, Gujarat Gas, that's the one that's flying away. Prabal, told us about how he's expecting the EPS to improve multi-times. It's up 8.5%. That's the stock of the morning. Big up move is what we're seeing on that name. On the flip side, you have GSPL, Cello News, that ratio as well has been announced. So the stock is down close to around 3.5%. Both of them moving on opposite ends of the spectrum. Interglobe, let's see what that stock is doing. There could be some rebalance that takes place later today as well. We have a FTSE rebal that could possibly take place in the next few days. So keep an eye out on that one. And also we have OMCs, they have gone ahead and cut ATF prices. So that's important. Biocon, for starters, was up. They've got the US FDA nod for Valsartan tablets and the EIR for the Vizag facility as well. So that opened with a gain of close to around 2%. Biocon is the stock that we're talking about. Gujarat Property as well, the highest bidder for 2 group housing plots in Gurugram. Revenue potential of around 3,400 crores odd. We had highlighted that this stock, if it takes support at around that 2,850 odd mark, it could move up a little bit. So Gujarat Properties should come up for you on the screen. And RITES, they have been declared the lowest bidder for a project worth 220 crores from the Tanzania Railway Corporation. Prashant.
Just a few other names here, right? Let's look at Paytm. I mean, we just want to see if there is any follow-through after the kind of action that we saw last Friday. Paytm is up nothing much. I mean, but 0.1% flat. 622 holding on to where it left off on Friday. Let's look at Religare. That was another name which bounced and bounced strongly. Religare should be coming up, and we'll see if there is more activity there. Nothing on that one. Orient Cements is another one I want to just look at. That had sold off pretty dramatically, but on Friday it went up and sharply at that. So back at about 300 rupees on Orient Cement, so down about 1.6. And I think you look at something like a IIFL as well. IIFL also saw a bit of a bump, and we'll see if something is coming up there as well. So nothing, I mean, IIFL Limited, the NBFC, this is securities, and we'll see if there is any action there. So not very much at all is how you describe it. So it's a, on the index, it's not a flat start, it's a good start. The Nifty should be up on your screen, and we're up about 67 points, 25,305. It's looking good so far and holding on to what it started with broadly. So 25,300 plus, you're basically back at the first level. Then, I mean, if the up move stretches and continues, you're looking at the 25,330 kind of levels, which is essentially the retracement number that we've been putting up. But very quickly, I mean, in about 10 days flat, you've gotten to the first target that we've been putting out here. Lots of specific names at the bottom of the screen as well. There is Max Financial up 1, IGL up 1.6. There is Tata Consumer, which is up about 1.3%. Adani Ports, some data which was released for August. Well, that's up about 0.25% or so, and so on and so forth. So that is the picture so far as the screen goes.
Just some more stocks. One smaller name. This is Indian Hume Pipes. They received a very large order, about 850 crores. One of the small cap names that's flying this morning, 12-13% higher. On SJVN, NHPC, all these names where the companies have now gotten the Navratna status, where project implementation becomes a little easier, financing becomes a little easier. There's a fair amount of pop on these. Let's pull up NBCC. NBCC rallied big time going into the bonus. And finally, the bonus has come through. 1:2 bonus, if I remember correctly, 1% up on NBCC. But I think Gujarat Gas is the stock of the day. Just reminding you, the target that ICICI Securities has, Prabhal's target is 755. And by the way, this is with him only looking at FY26, not fully accounting for all the synergies that will come, the tax benefits that will come, because the losses can be carried forward for the next 8 years by Gujarat Gas. So that becomes sort of, another additional point. But what a mover today.
Big move, and, it's an upper freeze now, temporary upper freeze as we speak. It's had a bit of a positive rub-off for some reason on the other couple of names as well. IGL is up close to 2.5%. That's one of the top volume movers. And MGL as well is up close to around 1.5%. So all those three names moving up in sympathy, I'm guessing. But they have moved up considerably. On the flip side, Dixon Technologies, will speak to the management in just a bit. That's coming for some mild profit taking, down 2.5%. But the start is good, and we're bracing for that 13th winning streak. Let's see whether or not it comes about. It's never happened. At least, data points coming in from Sudarshan and team have told us that we had 12. The last time we had 12 was in 1993. And as of Friday, we are in line with that 12 sessions, but we won 13. So today could be the day.
Well, we'll certainly, the way things are looking, it looks pretty good.